Hi, Dana here, and so today this video is going to be on how to determine your own lean body mass, both the amount of lean mass you have on your body and the percentage of lean mass that you have on your body, as well as being able to determine the amount of fat that you have on your body, both again, the body fat percentage and your amount of body fat in pounds. We are going to use pounds and inches for this, and you're going to need a soft measuring tape. So do get yourself a measuring tape that's meant for the body, okay? You don't use a tape measure for construction or something like that. You want something that you are going to take the measurements, not sucking in, not sticking out, just average, relaxed, and you're going to kind of just cross the tape over and you're going to see where your measurement is, and you're going to take the average of the best of three. So you're going to do it 3 times, and then you're going to average each of those measurements out. So you can pause this recording, go get yourself a soft measuring tape, go get yourself a pen or a pencil, as well as some note paper. If you don't like doing arithmetic in your head, you may like to get a calculator as well. And if you have access to a full body mirror, you may find that helpful. I'm going to ask you to measure your body and to go horizontally, like straight around your body. And if you're not sure about that, you might want to have a mirror. So pause this and then come right back. Okay, great. So hopefully you have all of your supplies. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start with your measuring tape, and you're going to find your hip bones, okay? So I want you to find the 2 bones where your hips are in the front and go straight across from one to the other where they stick out the most. And then you're going to go straight around the body, nice and level. So you're going to have it nice and level across all around the body, around, even if you got a bit of a boop in the back that, you got to go around it, you just want to make sure that it's level. Measure yourself, note the number down, and then I want you to measure yourself a couple more times. So if you need to pause the video right now again, measure yourself a couple more times so you can get the average. So this is going to be your hip measurement. Now the second measurement that we need is going to be your ab measurement. Now this is not the same as when we go to the tailor and we're looking for our narrowest place, what we normally call our waist. In this case, what we're going to do is we're actually going to find our umbilicus, our belly button. Okay, so you're going to find your navel. And when you find it, you want to go straight across it. And then again, all the way around, you're going to go level, nice and horizontal, straight around. And I want you to do that again 3 times, and then I want you to write down the average, because sometimes it can be plus or minus a bit. Again, we're using inches for this, so you want to be, you're probably going to be within, a quarter inch or something each time you do it, but you're going to write down which one seems to be the most likely after doing it 3 times. All right, if you need to pause it and do that, do so. And then when you're ready, what we need, the third measurement is going to be your height. So we might think that we know what our height is, that it's just been the same forever, but actually we can shrink over time. And unfortunately, a lot more people have some kind of bone degeneration than they know about, or just really bad posture, text neck, that kind of thing. So if you would like to measure yourself right now to make sure that it's accurate, then do so again in inches. So if you are, say, 5'2", then you would be 62 inches. That's the number that we want to have. With these 3 numbers, we are going to use what we call constant A, constant B, and we're going to basically take the number of inches that you had around your hips, and that is going to equate on a chart to constant A. We are also going to take the number from your abs, and that is going to equate on a chart to constant B, and then your height is going to be constant C. And so I will provide the chart for that down below so that you can access that handy chart. When you have it, then you're going to take the constant A, which is the number equivalent to what your hips were, and add constant B, the number equivalent to what your abs were, and that combined number of A plus B. You're going to subtract C, your height number, and this number that you have left over is going to be your body fat. So this is going to be your body fat percentage. So if you had, for example, something like 70 plus 40 and you're getting 110, and then your height was, what did I say, 62, let's say you were 62, then you would have a total body fat percentage of, was that 48? So if you want to do that math right now, go ahead. You can pause it again and do your arithmetic if you need to. And now, once you have this body fat percentage, we're going to use that. So when you have that, then we're going to calculate your lean body mass. So this is more exciting. This is the part of your body that isn't fat. So this is going to be everything like your muscle and your bone and everything else other than the fat mass. So what you want to do is you want to take your total weight in pounds. So you will need to know your weight. And then you are going to times it by your percent body fat. So if you know that your body fat percentage was 48%, for example, from our first example, the first part, then you would take your weight if that was 200 pounds, and if it was times 48% body fat, then you would have, for example, 48 times 2 would be your body fat percentage. So you would have 96 pounds, or your body fat in pounds would be 96 pounds. So then you would take your weight minus 96 pounds, and that would be your lean body mass. So you would have 104 pounds of lean body mass in this example, if that makes sense. So that gives you the, so it's weight minus your percent of body fat gives you your actual body fat weight, so the amount of pounds of body fat that you're carrying. And then of course your weight minus that amount is your lean body mass. So now that you have your lean body mass, and maybe you need to pause it here again so that you can do your arithmetic, but once you have your lean body weight, or lean body mass in pounds, then we are going to use a activity factor to calculate how much protein you need to get. So this is for your daily protein needs. So your daily protein needs do vary. I know that I've seen some guides over the years, even from health professionals, nutritionists, and things like that, that say women need X amount, like 58 grams or something, and men need X amount per day. It's not really true. It totally depends on your body and your goals. But if you want to maintain your body or improve your body composition, which usually means reducing, for most people, the body fat and increasing the body muscle, then you're going to need to hit certain protein goals. Hitting certain protein goals also helps you to stay in a certain health range, eliminating things like inflammation and a lot of other body problems that we definitely don't want to have to deal with. So this protein amount is also dependent on your activity level. So if you're sedentary, which means really that you don't do much of anything for exercise, and when you go somewhere you drive, then your calculation for being sedentary, your activity calculation is 0.5. If you get a little bit of activity because you don't have a car, so you do your chores walking or that kind of a thing, or you take a daily walk on purpose, for example, you just do a fair amount of walking, then you could include the calculation of 0.6 as your activity level. You would use a 0.7 activity level if you're getting perhaps an hour of activity a few days a week, whether that be, a fitness class or going to the gym or just doing something a little more active than walking, a little bit more of an exertion. And it can be aerobic or it can be anaerobic. And then if you're doing like a heavy weightlifting every day, or 5+ days per week, then you could use a 0.8. If you're doing heavy lifting every day, or you're doing sports training every day, or you're doing multiple sessions of sports training and that kind of like a combination, then you would use the equivalence of 1. So if you're that active, then you would be using an activity calculation of 1. So if we, for example, found out that you had 104 pounds of lean body mass and you were sedentary, then you would calculate that by 0.5. So you would take half of 104, which would be 52, and you would need 52 grams of protein per day to support your body. And I hope that helps you. Now you know how many grams of protein you need. Just to be clear, it's not the same thing as grams of a protein-rich food. So just because a food weighs, if you had for example, 52 grams of meat. That's not the same as 52 grams of protein. You have to calculate the amount of protein in that food, and I will help you with that in another place. I will probably drop the links down below for that as well, so that you can have it all in one place. I hope that helps. I will put the constant numbers in the comments for you, and yeah, happy measuring.